Ultra Majin Vegeta. Legends dropped this new image, and he's been in Daima as well, so it's a good time to draw him, I think. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So we're looking up, so we can see like up his nose, basically, and he's like tilted, head tilted, looking all crazy. So start with Dragonball eyes. So we're diagonal with the eyes, okay, for this one, and we just start with this W shape in the middle of the forehead, and we're going to go with a square one today. A square W shape. And then we do the eyebrow coming from there, just like a check mark. And it curves down like that. We got a square end, like flat, just there. And then it curves back over, and we want to get skinnier as we go down into the center. We're going to do the same thing over here. Check mark, kind of curves down the back. You can see the diagonal now. And then flat on the end, around the top. And we bring it down up to here. To the nose, that W shape again. Eyes, typical, except darker around the edges, right? So we go small line, longer line, and then carve them together. We're going to do this again, right? So we're going to go, now you could just do it black if you wanted. They're kind of dark gray with the lines, right? So I'll do it that way. You could just color all this black if you wanted, but I might just go slightly off black. It probably looks better. And I like things looking better, especially Majin Vegeta. So eyes looking down, because Majin Vegeta looks down on everyone. Got some hair there at the edge of his eyebrow. We do this eye over here. So you go again, small line, long line, curve, and then the edge is dark, and he looks down, half circle coming from the bottom. Okay, that's the eyes. We're going to give them actually some sort of hatching just here. They don't do that in the image, but because they kind of paint it, you know, they use shadow. So the nose. So we'll go with this sort of triangle thing first, just here. And then they draw in the bottom. And then they do a line there. And then a nostril, kind of basic sort of nostril like that. And then the bridge of his nose, it's got a bump there with kind of like a fold or something. Fold of skin, right? And then like, you know, Dragonball, wrinkly sort of stuff here. And then like the bridge of his nose going that way, and something else on the side there. And that's the way his nose is drawn. So cheek marks, hatching just on the cheek, typical of Dragonball. Same over here. And then big evil grin. And they do these little cheek marks here. So he looks a bit derpy now, but we're going to give him teeth. So it goes down. And then bottom lip. And the way they do teeth is just like this kind of a thing. You don't have to explicitly draw every tooth, especially in like a manga or an anime. It's probably better sometimes to just do it like that. Suits the style. And then hatching under his bottom lip. And a big old chin. Now his chin is further down than you might expect because we have his head tilted backwards. So there's a bit of forced perspective, like this is bigger than this whole space. So the chin is like quite far down. So like say like the eyebrow to the bottom of his mouth there, the bottom lip is about the same as the bottom lip to the chin. See that and that are about the same. So that's like your halfway point between here and here. Because his head is tilted back, this is closer to us, so it looks bigger. So the jaw goes to there, and we're kind of like underneath his eyebrow there. So we'll do the same over this side. Right, so then this side of his face goes up a bit further. About there. This one's shallower, like goes underneath his ear. And they do a bit of a line for his chin or something there. So slightly different sides to his face. His ear is here. Comes around sort of like that, right? And the other ear. Like so. And then ear lines, easiest way, letter J. Dragonball do like to make it a bit more complicated, sort of with adding more stuff like this. And then we'll do his hairline. So we got sideburns here. And then his hairline. So Vegeta's hairline is like a big V in the center. Bumps around each side. Down to there. And then temples, side of his head. And the Majin sign, right? So just an M. Right, and this is kind of a big sort of hooked tail kind of a thing. Right, and it's kind of a thicker, it's like a thicker sort of line around this M. So he's got veins and stuff and like sweat. Optional if you want to add that. And we will. Now, Dragon Ball hair, typical Super Saiyan. So start small. The thing I like to think of is like a candle flame. The one down here comes out from his neck, actually. Slightly different to the other side. So I like to think like a candle flame. It's wider at the base and then gets spiky up the top. And his one kind of goes this way, right? So we'll go like so. Right? Up and around. And there's kind of like two layers. Right? There's like most of it's at the front. Alright, so we'll do next one. So this one comes right nearly into the middle. And there is a middle spike. Right, we go again. And another. And another. In there. And we got like a big one in behind and a big one in here, and that's it, I think. So like going this way. And it seems to spike. This one seems to spike up here. And then the next one, it's quite large, so it goes that way. It's just like the wind or something is blowing that way, maybe the energy. And then texture lines, so you just gotta follow each hair spike, add 1 or 2. Some people like to do like way more, but you know, it's kind of up to you what way you want to texture up the hair. Usually 1 or 2 lines if you want to keep it simple. Like that. So neck on the other side there, it's quite wide, right? His body is straight, so his head's the thing that's tilted. And then his neck muscles, this kind of a style sort of neck. And his Adam's apples here. Center line for his chest is usually where these 2 muscles meet, right? So there, and then the chest muscle comes over. And then his blue t-shirt comes down here, kind of like bumps over the chest, back around, and then his trapezius goes in there. More muscles in there. And let's say sort of chest muscles, and he does the vein. There's veins on his chest as well. Right, so we just get the rest of his t-shirt in, curves around his chest. We're gonna kind of, so we got this bodybuilder sort of diaphragm folding shape for his chest muscles, right? So kind of just like, you've got like folding lines just stretched over the chest. And then his side body, ribs going off the page. Shoulders, big old Dragonball shoulders. Very wide and round. And his tricep, his arm is turned differently. Oh, one arm is turned out. So you could do the same on both sides if you wanted. So we can just see like kind of the inner arm here, and then, well, it's more bicep on this side. So it's kind of up to you. I'll just copy the image as best I can. So that's that's all bicep. This is tricep and bicep. And then we got like veins on his shoulders and on his bicep as well. Vein on the shoulder on this side. Big ones now. Increased blood flow, apparently, from all these veins. Okay. And maybe like some energy, why not? So like, where'd I put it? Sort of here. So kind of like a sound wave sort of thing. Like this kind of stuff. Just all around. Like so. Ultra Majin Vegeta from Legends. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.